The 80-20 rule for learning English. Study less, learn more. Hey everyone, welcome back to Smart English Start. Are you spending hours studying English but still struggling to improve? Many learners feel stuck because they focus on everything instead of what actually matters. What if I told you that you could learn faster and more effectively by studying less? This is called the 80-20 rule, and it can revolutionize the way you learn English. In this video, we'll break down how to apply the 80-20 rule to maximize your learning and achieve fluency faster. What is the 80-20 rule and how can it help you learn English? The 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto Principle, states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. For English learning, this means 80% of your fluency will come from learning the most useful 20% of vocabulary and grammar. 80% of real-life conversations use only 20% of English words and structures. 80% of your mistakes likely come from the same 20% of grammar issues. Instead of trying to learn everything, focus on the small, high-impact areas that bring the biggest improvements. Let's see how to do this step by step. Step 1. Prioritize the most common words and phrases. Did you know that the top 3,000 English words make up over 90% of spoken English? Instead of memorizing random words, focus on the high-frequency words that native speakers actually use. Learn the 1,000 most common words first. Master essential phrases like, I'd like to, or can you help me with? Focus on core verbs and their common uses. Get, take, make, go, put. Try this. Look up a list of the 1,000 most common English words and focus on using them in sentences today. Step 2. Focus on high-impact grammar, not every rule. Many learners waste time trying to master every grammar rule, even the rare ones. Instead, focus on the most frequently used structures, such as present simple and past simple. I work, I worked. Present perfect. I have seen, I have been. Modal verbs, can, must, should, might. Common sentence patterns. There is, there are, if I were you. Perfecting these will cover most daily conversations, while rare grammar rules can wait. Try this. Write 5 sentences using these basic grammar structures today. Step 3. Use the minimum effective dose for learning. The minimum effective dose, MED, is the smallest action that gives the biggest results. Instead of spending hours on ineffective studying, maximize your time by practicing English for short, focused periods. 15-30 minutes a day is enough. Speaking instead of just reading and listening. Output strengthens memory. Using active recall, quizzing yourself is better than rereading notes. Try this. Instead of passively watching a video, pause and repeat sentences out loud. Step 4. Identify your weakest 20% and fix it first. According to the 80-20 rule, 80% of your mistakes come from the same 20% of errors. Do you often forget verb tenses? Do you struggle with prepositions? Do you lack confidence in speaking fluency? Find your weakest point and spend most of your time fixing it. This will eliminate the biggest barriers to fluency. Try this. Write down your top 3 English weaknesses and focus only on improving them this week. Step 5. Learn English that matches your real-life needs. Most learners waste time studying words and grammar they never use. Instead, personalize your learning. If you need English for business, focus on presentations, meetings, and emails. If you want to travel, learn survival phrases, airport vocabulary, and asking for directions. If you want casual conversation, practice common small talk questions and slang. Fluency happens faster when learning is relevant to your life. Try this. Make a list of English situations you actually need and start learning words and phrases for them. Step 6. Stop wasting time on low-value study methods. Some study methods take too much time and give low results. Instead of spending hours on grammar exercises, use that time to speak English instead. Watching English videos without repeating, actively shadow native speakers. Memorizing lists of words without context, learn words through sentences. Try this. Replace one low-value activity with a high-impact one today. Final challenge: apply the 80-20 rule to your English learning. For the next 7 days, focus only on the most common words and grammar. Identify and fix your weakest 20% first. Personalize your learning to your real-life needs. Comment below, what part of your English learning needs the biggest improvement? Let's apply the 80-20 rule together. Study smarter, not harder, and see you in the next video.